My name is Cortez Cooper, and I'm currently a student at State Technical College of Missouri in the Aviation Maintenance program. And today, I'll be telling you how to become an aviation maintenance technician or aviation mechanic for short. So let's start off. Are you a hands-on type of person and want to have a large impact in the world? This might just be the right career move for you. Because as an aviation mechanic, you have the opportunity to work on large commercial jets like the 757 who are either hauling cargo or they're actually hauling people as well, because something has to allow you to make your commute to your yearly vacations. Second, you got jets or the smaller planes, which are usually the piston types, and those are usually only accompanying 2 to 4 people, but those are still nice because you still have the opportunity to do your weekend joyride with your family. And lastly, you have helicopters. Helicopters are tricky because they can be either mixed of pistons or they can be mixed of your turbines. But the good thing with helicopters is the maintenance is not as hard, but it can be a lot trickier because it's so tight of a workspace. But that's something to consider when you're in the industry. So, how to become an aircraft mechanic? Well, becoming an aircraft mechanic can be a little bit tricky as well because you have 3 ways. The first way is usually the most common way, which is attending Part 147, which is an 18-month program of power plant, airframe, in general. So what you learn from these courses is you learn how the basic of hydraulics, troubleshooting, you got inspections, all the needs of becoming an aviation mechanic. But the good thing about this is once you get into the industry, none of this will really matter. It's kind of just like safety practices, because once you get in the industry, it's going to be completely different. But as an aviation mechanic, and why it's so arduous through this Part 147 school is if you fail one test, you're out of the program. And I know that sounds like, yeah, failing a test, that's common. But what makes it tricky is failing in aviation is a 69%. So that's literally 1% under the 70%. And why that's so hard is because you can literally have a cumulative of 90% in the class. You fail one test. One test, one section out of the entire chapter, and you're out the door. Because as an aviation mechanic, it's a very prestigious career. So basically, we don't want anybody to become an aviation mechanic. So you have to work extremely hard over the common person to obtain your license and become an A&P. So the second way is actually job shadowing. So job shadowing, how that works is you have to obtain 30 months of just mentoring from an already certified aircraft mechanic. So you might be job shadowing at a nearby airport, he might show you how to do oil changes, panel swaps, engine swaps, little practices to basically accumulate that time so you're eligible to take a test. But don't get it misconstrued, because once you obtain your 30 months of job shadowing, you still have to go to a Part 147 licensed bureau and still take your FAA certified test. So that's no way of getting that. And to pass those tests, you have to pass at least 70% or better. Then you're eligible to take your OMP, which is an Oral and Practical Project, which is basically you're going to be reading verbatim from the book, and you're going to do a project from each and every section, general, power plant, and airframe. So lastly, you have the usually not the most common career path, which is joining the Air Force, any branch of the military at that. And why this way is not as common is because, when you go to the Air Force and become an aviation mechanic, you only work on one type of aircraft. And in the industry, we want you to be able to say that you worked on bits of everything. So when you join the military, once you get out and become a civilian and want to obtain a civilian license, you still have to either do your job shadowing or you have to go to a Part 147 school. And now you just wasted 4 years of your life in the military, which in retrospect could have just went to a Part 147 school or went to your job shadowing in the beginning. So it's not really the typical route, but it's still possible if you just want to be an aviation mechanic. Hey, whatever floats your boat. So Now, the benefits. I know everybody want to know, what are the benefits? You're going to prestigious school, you're stressed out, you don't get to become a partier in college, and it's kind of messed up your college career. But the benefits of becoming an aviation mechanic are quite exceptional. So, for starters, as a jet mechanic, our average pay is around $90,000, and of course, this number is an average. I repeat, average. So you have people that's accumulating well over six figures, then you have people that's in the lower range around like 70 to 80K. Then you have the jet or the helicopter mechanics, which are lower pay because the need for them is not as much, but it's still, you can still obtain some good money. So as a jet mechanic of a helicopter, you're still clocking around 60K. Then for just a normal piston guy, you're around the 50 to the 55K range a year. But you gotta keep in mind, as most aviation mechanics work all week, 50 hours is a minimum for mostly everybody in the industry. So you'll be well over making 70K within your overtime and other accumulations. I mean, packages. Okay, and lastly, in conclusion, joining the aviation industry, we need you. Like, from now to the near decade, we're trying to accumulate more than 200,000 new mechanics. So when you become an aviation mechanic, it's always going to be a job for you. We need you out there. So I'm Cortez Cooper, and that's all I have.